Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Offense scoops it up and still going. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the Europe.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better?
It's a seam wide open! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
A lot of offensive coordinators script their first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's Dampier. Dumps it off in the flats. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Breaks the tackle. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Dampier. It's complete. He's loose. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. On the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Here comes the option. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34. A magician on the option, in keeping with the great Oregon quarterbacks who sort of defined that era of read option football.
Yeah, isn't that cool? When you think about Oregon football and you think about their offense, you always think about a trigger man that could run, a trigger man that could be a big-time playmaker. So this is one of those schools that you always know whoever's there, they're going to find a way to maximize that talent.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Picks up the first down, still moving. He's up to 55 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Calls his own number. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Hughes. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got...